and economic viability with environmental sustainability. Materials and method. The study design and analytical approach. The study adopts a multi-method framework integrating the life cycle assessment, nutritional and public health benchmarking, and economic affordability.
You have to go into the shade.
The life cycle assessment of dietary patterns estimates the total energy across the food supply chain. Dietary patterns are modeled based on a 2,500 kilocalorie. Next slide. Yes. The next slide. Diets are evaluated for nutritional quality using EAT, Eat Lancet, and WHO guidelines, and the potential health impacts are determined. Next slide. Our study country focus was Nigeria, and the household focus was low to middle income households. Next slide. These are our data sources for the dietary costs and energy analysis. We got these sources from the FAO Food Price Index, World Bank, and World Food Program Food Price Estimates. Next slide. And the National Bureau of Statistics, the Consumer Price Index. These are the results of energy footprints of the different dietary patterns. From here, we can see that omnivorous diets have the highest energy consumption with 65 megajoules, while the vegan has the least, consuming 28 megajoules.
In case if I go from this slide, if you want to carry your
This is a graphical representation of the results shown earlier.
Then I'll have to do like
seeing omnivorous having the highest and lowest.
No, you'll be busy.
The result for the economic affordability
profile.
sustainable diets.
So that anybody goes there, they also see the life.
Go back.
Like to follow us live.
Go back. Go to the previous. Here, this is a graph representing the price affordability of the different dietary patterns.
I swear.
As you can see, the vegan and the vegetarians are more economically friendly as shown in the previous chart. But this one, here can be financially expensive, especially in low-income settings. The vegetarian diets offer a moderate cost here of $3.50 and can serve as a viable compromise. Next slide. Vegetarian and vegan diets are optimal for climate and health perspectives, but may require targeted policies like subsidies and spent in local processing in order to achieve it. Next slide. In conclusion, this study confirms that dietary patterns have significant implications for energy consumption, climate impact, economic equity, and public health. The transition from animal-based to plant-based diets can reduce energy use by more than half, significantly cutting emissions. However, the economic cost of these diets varies, influencing their practical feasibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty, for your presentation. So it's time for questions. Starting from the first presenter. If you have a question for her, you raise your hand, indicate, then I'll come to you.
Can you go on social? You can click
Question.
Is it blurry from that?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My question is to the last speaker. Thank you, all the speakers, for your presentation. Please, my own is just a little clarification. I want you to go back to that table on the cost analysis. I really didn't pick it well. Thank you.
The last present, what was your? Okay. Beverly Chibu, cost analysis.
Okay, that's all right. Where's the sound? Yeah, which side?
When I get there, but it's not
So that means repertoire, you're supposed to go forward.
That's what I'm saying, that Mama just holding her because she was crying.
Okay.
I'm meant to go and sit there so I can take down what they're saying.
So that means repertoire now, all of us are supposed to go there.
But today's my own turn.
So that means the rapporteurs are supposed to sit down there.
Yeah,
Is it
maybe
only the two
tomorrow
of
you
you?
stay. You know, today's my day.
I know today's your day, yes. But I have to understand what I'm doing.
Are you part of it? Yeah, but I want to see. Relaxing.
So it's like I'll get your face in this thing.
Okay, so for the person that asked the question,
Are people joining? Okay,
I see you're talking of the economic affordability of the different sustainable energy patterns, right? Okay, so according to the result gotten, it shows that the vegan and vegetarian were more expensive, while the omnivorous was the least expensive. The flexitarian diet, however, was next slide. So that yes, this figure shows that vegan and vegetarian dietary patterns had the highest cost of $4.50 and $4, while the flexitarian was $3.50 and the omnivorous was $3. Next slide. So the figure shows that the vegan and vegetarian diets are more expensive, while the omnivorous was the least expensive. Meanwhile, the flexitarian diet presents the more balanced cost of $3.50, meaning it can still maintain reduced energy and is still affordable. So combining the insights from the energy and the cost analysis, we can say that flexitarian diets emerge as a feasible entry point for transitioning into sustainable diets. They offer substantial environmental benefits as seen in the previous graph, and while also preserving affordability and cultural flexibility, because you can still, the flexitarian diet means the focus is on whole foods, that's plant-based foods, and also occasionally take animal-based products. Vegan and vegetarian diets are optimal also for the environment, but they are more costly, and they require targeted policies to ensure their accessibility.
Okay, does that answer your question, ma'am?
My next step. Look at the body. Is it all?
Okay, so thank you very much. I think I got your explanation. So, but I was wondering where this work was done. Was it done here in Nigeria? Or?
Please, how many is the one?
Yes, the focus is Nigeria.
Okay, so I think it would have been very, very appropriate as you are giving us the figures in dollars, if we could also use our local currency, perhaps in parentheses, so that this can be drawn home.
Okay,
That's just
okay. I use Dollar, the universal compassion.
He's bringing her around.
Yes, and for the conference like this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know, baby, I don't know how you can do it. Let me go there and sit down. Sit down.
And they're going to look together. How am I going to
Good morning, everybody. My question is to the first presenter who presented on stevia and diabetes. Please, I want to ask, can we cultivate stevia down here in the south? Because you told us it's a herbal plant from US and you got your samples from Jos. Can we try it out down here in the south if it is possible? I'm in because I like agriculture and dietitians preach sustainability. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. So yes, it is very much feasible to cultivate stevia here in the southeast or the south because it requires minimum of 6 hours sunlight and good soil. Typically, all conditions you need to grow any plants. That's all.
I'm going like
Basically, thank you.
Let me give myself.
Thank you.
No, like they watch it. When I
Right,
watch
so-
the conference, watch it. I post it. You know my YouTube channel, huh? My YouTube channel. You subscribe. You go there, copy the link for this live. Or maybe share it on Feta. I mean, Feta our. These are those that don't come for conference and
Okay,
live.
good morning.
No, it's
All
not.
the
It's live.
presenters. My
No
question
video.
goes to the presenter on complementary feeding. When I saw your topic, I was going to ask, I wanted to find out why we are using the study population 0 to 24 months, why still talking about complementary feeding. But somewhere down, I started saying 6 to 24 months. Please, can you put me through? Then the other observation is on SPSS. Here we have moved from social science to service solution. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. If you look at the topic, you mentioned about breastfeeding. Those that are doing exclusive breastfeeding, that is why we included 0 to 24 months. So from the study, we now know the number of people that do exclusive breastfeeding. So that was why we added 0 to 24 months. Then up to now, I know that we are still using SPSS in the university. Thank you.
Sorry, ma. SPSS is still being used, but instead of social sciences, now statistical package for social sciences is now a service solution. Statistical package for service solution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, I have a question for you. For infants 0 to 6 months, there are breastfeeding indicators for assessing their practices and also for complementary feeding. But I didn't see the assessments using those indicators for 0 to 6 months and then 6 to 12, 24 months. And if their dietary diversity for 6 to 8 months, their diversity varies from 9 months to 24 months. But I didn't notice such indicators.
I don't really understand your question. Because the dietary diversity reduced.
And you assess their complementary feeding. In assessing complementary breastfeeding, there are indicators used for breastfeeding and breastfeeding indicators apart from dietary diversity score. Dietary diversity is just a component of it. So there are other factors that need to be considered. Oh, that was not hard.
My own methodology. I gave you my methodology. Another person can do using those indicators. So I did not use it. I use what I wanted to use as my methodology. That's why I presented the methodology. Another person can put this and put those ones that they are talking about. So that is why I showed you my methodology. Another person can do what I'm asked to do. We are telling you that what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody has a methodology the person wants to use to do it. So you are telling me now, maybe next time, if I'm doing it, I can include those indicators that you mentioned.
Okay, but sorry, also for you actually assess nutritional status. For we found out people that are at risk of obesity or people that are overweight, and I don't know why you just captured just underweight, overweight, underweight, something and wasting. In your data, we are able to see the risk of overweight.
Not evidence-based.
It is
Just how.
any other question? Dietitians ask questions. So
Patricia, ask question. Prof, ask question.
Good morning, distinguished teachers. So mine is not really a question, but more of a comment. I've sat down here and listened to numerous presentations that have been presented so far. The question that is running on my head is, with all these findings, how do we apprise the public? How do we bring up some of these findings to the public space? To what extent do we really transfer these findings into actions? So I think that is the nexus that we need to look at going forward. That will really help to bring about better visibility to the dietitians and the work that we do. Thank you.
Sorry, I've sent you a message. Yes. Scientific should not be broadcast. We can broadcast it.
All right, no problem. All right, all right. How will
We
I
have
want
more questions.